Hello, I'm Steven Seligman. I want to introduce myself and I want to introduce you to a workshop on mentalization, attachment, and intersubjectivity that I'm going to be leading. Um, I'm a psychoanalyst. I'm a psychotherapist. I see patients. You see me here in my study in San Francisco, California. Hope it's not too messy. Um, so the first thing I do every day is see patients and do clinical work. But I've also spent a lot of time in my career and in my experience of several decades now um, working with babies and working in their homes, working as an infant parent psychotherapist to try to bring out the best in the infant parent relationships, especially difficult infant parent relationships, wherever possible. And in that work, I've learned a lot about what I think is really going on in that very, very emotional world, very powerful but nonverbal world of infants and parents. And there's a lot of research now, scientific research, observational research, research about bodies and brains in human development, especially early in life. And I've had a chance to try to learn about that too. And I'm really grateful that I've been able to be in those three worlds, um, psychoanalytic therapy and psychotherapy in general, and infant mental health, and observation and research about early development. And I've tried in my work to keep those together and use them to understand attachment and development and how we can learn about adult and child psychotherapy from what we can learn about babies. And I'm going to try to bring that forth in this workshop. And so I'm going to try to bring forth the exciting, dynamic spirit of infant parent, infant caregiver interaction to really bring life to the subjects of attachment and mentalization and intersubjectivity. And I'm going to talk about how the attachment theory is really an effort to try to describe it, what helps people feel secure, and the different ways that babies and adults and children find to help themselves make themselves secure in relationships with other people. And that'll bring us to intersubjectivity. When I talk about intersubjectivity, I'm going to try to clarify the concept and talk about how it can be useful in our work and how intersubjectivity links to understanding other people and understanding that other people are different and we can link to them. And so many people that we see in our clinical work have trouble doing it. And that goes along with the fact that they can't think about themselves as individuals, because paradoxically, but really truly, we need relationships and recognition in relationships to be able to feel ourselves as individuals. And that's so important to understand as an aspect of development of humans and in psychotherapy, how we communicate to people that we understand them and to develop a shared language. And that brings us finally to mentalization. And I'm going to try to help make mentalization a real concept for you, because for a lot of my colleagues and my students, mentalization is too abstract. You hear mentalization, everybody talks about mentalization these days, but what does it mean? And it's not just having ideas. Some people think mentalization, oh, it's having an idea. No, it's being able to know that your mind is a separate mind that can relate to other people, that there are other people in the world who have different ideas and feelings and perspectives, and that they have a mind, they have an experience, and you have a mind, and you have an experience. And patients lack that sometimes. Some of our patients lack that. And instead, they rely a lot on projection. And that's something that in good development develops early in development. And trauma gets in the way. So we're going to talk about trauma. We're going to try to see how you can help patients who've been traumatized by helping them learn that they have a mind of their own. They don't have to rely on projection. And I'm going to emphasize emotion and how important emotional transactions are, both in infancy and in childhood and in adulthood, in building that feeling of being a robust individual with subjectivity and intersubjectivity, living between oneself and other people. We're going to apply that to psychotherapy, and we're going to apply that to all kinds of psychotherapy, working with trauma, working with borderline patients, all the moments in any treatment where we don't see that we can be with another person, and our own feelings get in the way, and emotion storms get in the way, and of course in our patients. So I hope I can offer an evocative and practical and helpful workshop, and I hope you'll be interested. Thanks so much. Bye.